Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class, it's all about solving word problems involving linear equation in one variable, and we're dealing with number problems. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So I will give you 4 examples class for you to really understand this one class, and we'll be answering this one class step by step. Now if you're dealing with problem solving class, the first thing that you need to do is you need to understand the problem. So let's have example number 1 class. Find 2 consecutive integers whose sum is 29. So once again, you're looking for 2 consecutive integers. Now we know integers class, those are whole numbers. It could be positive or negative whole numbers. So example of integers, we have 1, 5, 10, 25. These are example of integers. Now, what do you mean by consecutive integers? Once again, class, we're looking for 2 consecutive integers in which their sum is 29. Now, what do you mean by consecutive integers? Now, the word consecutive, class, it means the number is one after another. Once again, class, the word consecutive, it means the number is one after another. Example of consecutive integers, class, 1, 2, 3. We can call this one consecutive integers because the next number of 1, that would be 2, the next number of 2, that would be 3. So therefore, these are consecutive integers. Another example, if I will say 10, 11, and then 12, can we call that one consecutive integers? Yup, we can call that one consecutive integers because the number is one after another. Another example, if I will say 21 and then 22, can we call this one consecutive integers? Yup, we can call that one consecutive integers. Once again, class, I hope it's clear for you, class, with regards to consecutive integers. The number is one after another. Another example, if I will say 51, 56, and then 65, can we call this one consecutive integers? Nope. You can never call that one class consecutive integers because the number is not one after another. The next number of 51, it should be 52. And then it should be 53. So these are consecutive integers, but this one is not. Okay, so once again, guys, I hope it's clear for you with regards to consecutive integers. So we're looking for 2 consecutive integers. But the problem there, class, is we don't know what are those numbers. Once again, class, we don't know what are those numbers, but we know that the numbers are consecutive integers. The number is one after another. So therefore, class, since we don't know what are those numbers, we don't know what is the first number, we let x be the first number. Let x be the first number. Now, you'll be asking questions, sir, why do we let x be the first number? Once again, class, we let x be the first number because we don't know what are the numbers, what are the 2 numbers. We know that the 2 numbers are consecutive numbers, but we don't know what is the first number. So therefore, class, we let x be the first number. Now, if our x, class, is the first number, once again, class, if x is the first number, let's assume, class, any number. You think of any number, class. Let's assume that x is equals to 5. Now, if x is equals to 5, assuming class, that the first number is 5, how will you get the next number? Of course, class, the next number of 5, it should be 6, right? Once again, consecutive number, the next number of 5, it should be 6. Question, class, how will you get 6? Okay, question, class, if x is equals to 5, the next number, it should be 6. Question, class, how will you get 6? Of course, simply add 1, right? So therefore, our next expression, it should be x plus 1. Question, why is that, sir? Because if x is equals to 5, therefore, simply substitute the value of 5. Once again, our x is equals to 5. So 5, our x is 5. 5 plus 1, that would be equal to 6. So therefore, class, our next number, the expression, it should be x plus 1. X plus 1 be the second number. Let x be the first number. So it should be, let x be the first number. Be the first number. And then x plus 1 be the second number. Okay, once again, class, I hope you're not confused, class. Let me repeat it back, class, for you not to be confused. Once again, class, we're looking for 2 consecutive integers. We know that the numbers are consecutive. So example, 7, 8, those are consecutive integers. But the problem, class, we don't know what is the exact number. Okay, once again, class, we don't know what is the first number. We don't know what is the exact number. That's why, class, we let x be the first number. Let x be the first number. Now, you assume any number, class. If I will say x is equals to 30. Once again, class, this is our first number, x. Now, if x is equals to 30, what will be the next number, class, of 30? That's correct. It should be 31, right? 30 and then 31. Question, class, how will you get 31? Of course, simply add 1, right? Because 30 plus 1, what's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 31. So therefore, class, our next number, it should be x plus 1. Once again, class, our next number, it should be x plus 1. Why is that, sir? Because if x is 30, 30 plus 1, what's the answer, class? That's correct. It should be 31. Okay, once again, I hope you're not confused, class. This is our first number, x. X plus 1 be our second number. And their sum, class, is 29. Once again, class, their sum, if you add the following expression, the sum is 29. Okay, so therefore, class, we can now find the two numbers using these expressions. So our first number is x, and our second number plus x plus 1. Once again, this is our first number, x. This will be our second number. If you add the two expression, if you add the first number and the second number, the answer, so if you have the word is, it means equal sign. The answer is 29. So that's the thing there, class, that you need to do. Okay, quite complicated, right? But I'm sure, class, if you understand that one, very easy, class, for example number 1. Alright, so simply combine like terms. So we can combine x and then x. So combine this one, x plus x, that will be 2x. Simply copy, positive 1 equals 29. Alright, so to get the value of x, we can subtract both sides by 1. We can apply subtraction property of equality. You can actually do the transpose, class. You can transpose positive 1 from left to right, and then it will change the sign. So it will become 2x equals 29 minus 1. And it will become 2x equals 28. You can do this one, class. But once again, class, most of the students, they are so confused with these properties of equality. You can do this one. Transpose 1 from left to right. Once you transfer from this equal sign, you change the sign. So this is positive 1, it will become negative 1. Okay, or other solution, class. Since you're dealing with the properties of equality, you can subtract both sides by 1 so that you can cancel this out, and the remaining expression will be only 2x. So this will be 2x plus 1 minus 1 equals 29 minus 1. Subtract both sides by 1 so that you can cancel this out. And the remaining expression, it's only 2x. So this will be 2x equals 29 minus 1. What's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 28. And then, to get the value of x, we can apply division property of equality. Divide both sides by 2. Cancel this out. So x equals 28 divided by 2. What's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 14. So therefore, class, x is equals to 14. Our first number is x. So therefore, first number is 14. So our first number is 14. And then our second number, that would be x plus 1. So x plus 1. Simply substitute, class, the value of x. That would be 14. So 14 plus 1. What's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 15. So therefore, our second number, that would be 15. So our second number, class, that would be 15. If we add this one, class, can we get 29? Yup, you can get 29. 14 plus 15, that would be 29. Yup. So therefore, class, our first number is 14, and the second number is 15. So two numbers, that would be 14. So our answer, that would be 14 and 15. That's it, class. All set. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 1. All set, class. Alright, so let's have another example, class. Let's proceed to example number 2. I will give you 4 examples, class, for you to really understand this one, class. Let's have example number 2, class. Alright, so let's have example number 2. Find 3 consecutive even integers whose sum is 60. So we're looking for 3 consecutive even integers in which their sum is 60. So once again, class, for example number 1, we talk about consecutive integers, right? Once again, our example for consecutive integers, we have 1, 2, and then 3. We can call that one consecutive integers. 10, 11, 12, we can call that one consecutive integers. Another example, 21 and then 22. We can call that one consecutive integers. But this time, class, for example number 2, we're looking for consecutive even integers. Now, what are those even numbers, class? Do you still remember, class, with regards to even numbers? What are those even numbers, class? That's correct. Those are numbers divisible by 2. That number, class, can be divided by 2. Example 2. Yep. Example 6, 10, 12, 20. Yep. 24, 30. Can we divide 30 by 2? Yep. 30 divided by 2, that would be 15. Half of 30, that's 15. So therefore, class, these are even numbers. I hope you still remember this one, class, during your elementary years. I'm sure, class, you have this one, even numbers. Now, what are those add integers or add numbers? So example of add numbers, could you give me example, class? Now, add numbers, class, those are numbers that cannot be divided by 2, not divisible by 2. Example, 1, 3, 7, 11, 13, 15, 19, 21, and so on. These numbers is not divisible by 2. When you divide this number by 2, I'm sure, class, you will get a decimal answer. So these are example of add numbers. I hope you still remember this one, class. Now, we're looking for consecutive even integers. So let's have an example. So we have 2, 4, 6. Yup. Can we call that one consecutive even integers? Yup. We can call this one consecutive even integers. 2, 4, and 6. These are even numbers and they are consecutive. The number is one after another. You cannot have 2, 3, and then 6. Nope. You can never have that answer, class. 3 is not an even number. So it must be 2, 4, and then 6. Another example. If I will say 20, 22, 24. Can you call that one consecutive even integers? Yup. You can call this one consecutive even integers. Because 20 is an even number, 22 is an even number, 24 is an even number. And they are consecutive. So you cannot have 20, 21, 22, and then 24. Nope. That's a big problem because I'm sure you will commit mistake. 21 is not an even number. So it should be 20, 22, and then 24. So example for add integers, consecutive add integers. So let's have 1, 3, and then 5. So another example, we can have 31, 33, and then 35. So once again, class, I hope it's clear for you, class, with regards to consecutive integers, consecutive even integers, and then consecutive odd integers. You need to be careful with this one, class. Alright, so let's answer our question. We're looking for 3 consecutive even integers. Now, do we know the first number? Nope, we don't have any idea, class, with regards to the first integer. So therefore, we let x be the first integer. So let x be the first number. Sir, why do we let x be the first number? Since we don't know what is the first number. Now, let's assume any number for x, class. If x is equals to 10. Once again, class. If x is equals to 10. Assuming, class, any number for x. If x is equals to 10. What would be the next number, class, for 10? Once again, class, we're looking for consecutive even integers. What would be the next number, class, for 10? That's correct. It should be 12, right? It's not 11, class. We're looking for even integers. Is it 11 or 12? That's correct. It should be 12. So the next number of 10, it should be 12. And the next number of 12, it should be 14, right? Once again, class. If our first number is x, and we assume any number for x, that would be 10. What would be the next number for 10? It should be 12. It must be an even number, class. Consecutive even number. It must be 12. Now, question, class, how will you get 12? If your x is 10, how will you get 12? That's correct. You should add 2, right? Therefore, our second expression or our second integer, it should be x plus 2. Question, why is that, sir? Because if your x is 10, you assume any number for x. If your x is 10, 10 plus 2, what's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 12. So therefore, class, your second integer, that would be x plus 2. So second integer, that would be x plus 2. X plus 2 be the second integer. Second number, second integer. I hope it's clear for you, class. Once again, class, I hope it's clear for you with this one, class. Now, if your x is 10, and then your second integer is x plus 2, what would be the next number of 12, class? What would be the next number of 12? That's correct. It should be 14, right? Once again, class, it should be 14. 10, 12, and then 14. Now, question, class, how will you get 14? If your first integer is x, and then your second integer is x plus 2, what will be your third integer, class? That's correct. It should be x plus 4. Question, why is that, sir? Because if your x is 10, once again, class, if your x is 10, and then plus 4, what's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 14. So therefore, class, your third integer, it should be x plus 4. Why is that, sir? Because 10, your first integer, plus 4, that would be equal to 14. So this will be the third integer. Third number. Okay, x plus 2 be the second number, x plus 4 be the third number. Let's have be the third number. Third number or third integer? Let's have third number, class. So once again, class, I hope you're not confused, class. Let me repeat it back, class, for you not to be confused. Once again, we don't know the number yet. So you'll be asking questions, sir, what are those three consecutive even integers? We don't know what are those numbers. So we let x be the first number. Once again, let x be the first number. Now, you show me any number for x, class. If your x is, let's have another example, class. If your x is 30, let's have 30, class. What will be the next number of 30? That's correct. It should be 32, right? It should be 32. 30, 32, and then 34. Now, question, how will you get 32 if your x is 30? That's correct. You should add 2, right? You should add 2 because 30 plus 2, that would be 32. So, therefore, your second integer, it should be x plus 2. Because if your x is 30, you assume any number for x, 30 plus 2. What's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 32. So, that's why, class, our second number, it should be x plus 2. Because 30 plus 2, that would be 32. Now, how will you get 34? That's correct. It should be x plus 4 because if your x is 30 plus 4, what's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 34. I hope it's clear with this one, class. X will be the first number. X plus 2 will be the second number. X plus 4 will be the third number. Now, once you have the expression, class, go ahead, class. We can find the integers, class. So, simply add this one because the sum, okay, their sum is 60. So, x, first number plus the second number plus x plus 2 plus the third number plus x plus 4, their sum, class, is equals to 60. Alright, and then simply combine this one. So, x plus x, we can arrange, class, for you not to be confused. Go ahead, we can arrange. So, x plus x, another x, plus 2, and then plus 4 equals 60. So once again, class, combining algebraic expression, same literal coefficient, same letter. Simply copy the letter and then simply add the coefficients, add the numerical coefficients. Understood that there's 1 here. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Simply copy x. 2 plus 4 is 6 equals 60. Alright, so therefore, to get the value of x, we can subtract both sides by 6. We can apply subtraction property of equality. So that, class, the remaining expression will be only 3x. So this will be 3x plus 6 minus 6 equals 60 minus 6. Sir, why do you subtract both sides by 6? So that, class, you can cancel this out. And the remaining expression, class, will be only 3x. Okay, once you subtract 6 on the left side of this equal sign, you also subtract 6 on the right side. So cancel this out. This will be 3x equals 60 minus 6. That would be 54. And then to get the value of x, you can apply division property of equality, dividing both sides by 3. So x equals, so 54 divide 3. 5 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract 5 minus 3 is 2. Bring down 4. 24 divided by 3, that would be 8. 8 times 3, that would be 24. Subtract, that would be equal to 0. So therefore, our x value is equals to 18. So that would be our first number, class. Once again, class, our first number is 18. Now, how will you get the second number? Simply substitute, class, the value of x. This will be our second number, x plus 2. Once again, our value for x, that would be 18. So 18 plus 2. What's the answer, class, for our second number? That's correct. 18 plus 2. Our second number, that would be 20. Alright, so our second number is 20. Once again, class, our first number is 18. And then our expression for second number, that would be x plus 2. Simply substitute the value of x, that would be 18. So 18 plus 2, that would be 20. And this will be our second number, 20. Therefore, class, our third number, it should be 22. 18, 20, and then 22. So let's check that. So x plus 4, our x is 18. So 18 plus 4, what's the answer, class? That's correct, that would be 22. 22 for our third number. So therefore, our answer, that would be 18, 20, and 22. All set. All set, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 2. Alright, so we can check our answer, class, by simply adding the 3 consecutive even integers. So let's check if we get 60. Alright, let's do that. So this will be 18 plus 20 plus 22. 8 plus 2 is 10. 0 carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Plus 2, that would be 6. 60. Yep. We got the right answer, class. 18, 20, and then 22. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 3. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 3. The larger of two numbers is 5 less than twice the smaller, and their sum is 28. So once again, that's the first step. You need to understand the problem. So once again, the larger of two numbers is 5 less than twice the smaller, and their sum is 28. Now, the problem here, class, we don't know what are the two numbers. We don't know what is the smaller number, and we don't know what is the larger number. Once again, class, we don't know what is the smaller number and then the larger number. But we know, class, that there are two numbers and then their sum is 28, right? Once again, class, the larger of two numbers is 5 less than twice the smaller number, and then their sum is 28. We don't know what is the smaller number, we don't know what is the larger number, but we know, class, that their sum is 28. If you add the two numbers, the smaller number and then the larger number, their sum is 28. So therefore, class, we let x be the smaller number. So let x be the smaller number. Alright, so let x be the smaller number. And then we let y be the larger number. Once again, class, we assume any variable x and then y because we don't know what is the smaller number, we don't know what is the larger number. So it must be different variable. So x for the smaller number and then y for the larger number. Alright, so let x be the smaller number and then y be the larger number. I hope it's clear for you, class. Once again, class, let me repeat it back for you not to be confused. The larger of two numbers is 5 less than the smaller number. Their sum is 28. We don't know what is the larger number. We don't know what is the smaller number. But we know, class, that their sum is 28. That's why, class, we let x be the smaller number. We let y be the larger number. Okay, so let x be the smaller number. Let y be the larger number. Now, it says there, class, that their sum is 28. So, therefore, x plus y, the answer, class, is 28. Okay, once again, x plus y, the answer is 28. The smaller number plus the larger number, the answer is 28. Now, the problem here, class, we have this idea that the larger number, okay, once again, larger of two numbers, the larger of two numbers is 5 less than twice the smaller number. Once again, class, the larger number, let me just write it here, the larger number is 5 less than, so let me just write it here, class. Larger number is 5 less than twice the smaller number. Okay, I hope it's clear for you, class. Smaller number. So let me just explain this one, class. Because if you master, class, translating mathematical phrases into mathematical equation, I'm sure, class, very easy to translate this one. Once again, our larger number, that would be y. We assume that our larger number is y. So this is y. Is equal sign. 5, that would be number 5. Less than, that would be minus sign. Twice, that would be 2 times. Once again, twice, it means 2 times the smaller number, that is x. So once again, our smaller number is x, right? So twice the smaller number, it should be 2x. So this will be 2x. I hope it's clear for you, class. Twice, it means 2 times. And then we are multiplying smaller number. Smaller number is x. So that would be 2 times x. Now, once again, now be careful with this one, class. Because if you have the word less than, once again, class, that's why I told you a while ago, class, with regards to translating, I have a video for this one, class. I will just put the link on the description down below. If you have this word less than, class, you need to be careful with this one, class. If you have this word less than, you should do it reverse. Once again, class, you should do it reverse. Because if you will not do it reverse, class, I'm sure, class, you will commit mistake. Therefore, this twice the smaller numbers comes first. So 2x comes first. Copy minus sign and then 5. It should be 2x minus 5, class. Once again, class, it should be 2x minus 5. If you will not write, class, 2x minus 5, instead you write 5 minus 2x, I'm sure, class, you will commit mistake. 100%, class, you will commit mistake in the equation. Okay, once again, class, if you have this word less than, you should do it reverse. This twice the smaller number comes first. So 2x comes first. Copy minus sign, copy less than, and then copy 5. Alright, so therefore, we can say that the larger number, that would be y. So larger number is equal to, so that would be twice the smaller number. So 2x less than minus and then 5. So this will be the value of the larger number, that would be y equals 2x minus 5. Alright, so once again, class, I hope it's clear for you this one, class. The larger number is twice the smaller number less than 5. So that would be 2x minus 5. Alright, so this will be, okay, once again, y, the larger number, is equal to twice the smaller number minus 5. So 2x minus 5. Alright, so simply substitute, class, the value of y. So once again, if we add the two numbers, the answer is 28. So x plus y equals 28. So we already have the value of y, class. Once again, our value of the larger number, that would be 2x minus 5. Simply substitute, class, the value of y. That would be 2x minus 5. So simply copy x. Once again, class, simply copy x. Copy plus sign, the value of y, that would be 2x minus 5. Once again, class, y equals 2x minus 5. Simply substitute the value of y, that would be 2x minus 5. So this will be 2x minus 5. Sir, where did you get 2x minus 5? This is the value of y, class. The larger number is twice, 2 times. Okay, once again, twice the smaller number minus 5. So 2x minus 5. So this will be the value of the larger number. So y equals 2x minus 5. And then copy equals 28. Alright, and then simply combine this one. X plus 2x. So understood that there's 1 here. So 1 plus 2, that would be 3. Simply copy x. Copy minus 5 and then equals 28. Alright, and then to get the value of x. So once again, to get the value of x, simply, so what would be the thing that we need to do, class? That's correct. We need to apply addition property of equality. We can add both sides by 5. So once again, class, we can add both sides by 5. So this will be 3x minus 5 plus 5 equals 28 plus 5. Question, sir. Why do we need to add both sides by 5? So that, class, you can cancel this out and the remaining expression will be only 3x. Okay, so we need to add both sides by 5 because negative 5 plus 5, that would be equal to 0. We can just simply cancel this out. So this will be 3x equals 28 plus 5. What's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 33. And then simply divide both sides by 3. We can apply division property of equality. Divide both sides by 3. Cancel this out. And our x value is equal to 33 divided by 3. What's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 11. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to our smaller number. Our smaller number is x. X is equals to 11. So therefore, our smaller number, that would be 11. Okay, once again, class, our smaller number, that would be 11. So to get our larger number, simply substitute the value of x from this y. So once again, our larger number is equal to, so copy 2. Our x value is 11. Once again, class, simply substitute the value of x. That would be 11. If you have 2x, it means 2 times x. So 2 times, our x value is 11. So 2 times 11 minus 5. So 2 times 11, what's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 22 minus 5. What's the answer, class? 22 minus 5. That's correct. That would be 17. So therefore, our larger number, that would be 17. That's it, class. Our smaller number is 11. Our larger number is 17. Alright, if you add this one, class, if you add the smaller number, x plus y, so x plus y equals 28. Our smaller number is 11. Our larger number is 17 equals 28. 11 plus 17, class, is it 28? Yup, that is 28 equals 28. Correct. Therefore, class, our answer is correct. The smaller number is 11. The larger number is 17. All set, class. All set. All set with regards to example number 3. Quite complicated, right? For example, number 3. Alright, so once again, class, I do apologize, class. Our time is quite long now. So I want you to answer this one, number 4 and then number 5. If you want the solution for this one, class, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below, or you can message me, class, in our Facebook channel, same name with our YouTube channel. But if you know the answer, class, feel free to answer this one, and then you put your answer, class, on the comment section down below. Alright, so for number 4, find 3 consecutive integers whose sum is 87. So just a simple consecutive integers, and then their sum is 87. So you try to answer that one. And then number 5, find 3 consecutive odd integers such that 3 times the second minus the third is 21 more than the first. So once again, class, you try to answer this one, class, and then you put your answer in the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. So once again, class, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.